never a great idea to run after you've had bacon and eggs.
Well, it doesn't cost me anything, but I look like a dick.
In whose opinion?
Mine.
There you go. And does your opinion matter? No. Not a fucking bit. Neither does anyone else's, mate. Like, I don't give a shit what people think about me. I seriously don't.
I know.
Like, you know that. Good morning, guys. Anthony Kirby here from Business Growth Co. What I want to say, and it's a big takeaway, if you've been on a mobile device on a website and you look at their menus, if on a desktop they're drop down and then they've got another drop down, another drop down, go that way so people can see my hand, and they've got all these layers of menus. On desktop that's okay because you can navigate it easily enough. On a mobile it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it gets really messy, guys. So keep it to, if you're going to have drop downs, keep it to one menu
Like one
item
level.
and one level.
Yeah. It's easy to push it down the list of, like I remember when I had mine, when I started this business, before it was Business Growth Co, it was just me on my own, before I rebrand. And I'd left my website for a long time. I was like, yeah, it's not important, no one's visiting my website. But then I looked at the tracking, I installed some basic tracking, and I was like, holy shit, there's actually quite a few people hitting my website every week. And that was a real wake up call for me, because the thing is with websites is, and I'm sure you hear this all the time, it's not necessarily that people buy from the website. It's not even necessarily that they engage with you on the website, but they usually look at your website as more of it's like a third party validation for them, outside of social media, outside of recommendations. It's almost like a checkpoint for
It's
their
like
trust mechanism.
It's like a resume for your business.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks guys, we'll speak to you later. Boom.
That was terrifying, but fun.
Anything that matters in business is the finished product. Don't worry about all the other shit. So lesson number one in business, right? Set the right expectations with your customer. These guys haven't set the expectations. Like, that's attractive. Roll a door and a close sign at 9 o'clock in the morning. Just put a sign on the door and tell people what time you open. Give your clients information, because information will allow them to make a decision to work with you or not. No information. So I was just texting my wife, telling her how much I love her. Like, we just walked past the camera shop and we did a shit job of doing our own research, but then we blamed it on the map. You see how easy it was to blame the map? It's not the map's fault we didn't fucking know where it is, it's our fault. Look how easy it is to blame the external. Same in business. Oh, we don't have enough clients because our competitors are cheaper than us. It's not your competitors' fault that they're successful, it's your fault. So, clarity, step one. You gotta have clarity. If you don't have clarity, you don't know where you start, come over here and we'll have a look at some shoes. What up? See those ones? I really like them.
You want to try them on?
Yeah, I do. See, when I come to places like this, it makes me feel young and hip. As opposed to like buying from old men shops, dad shops. See like that? Actually very interesting. A lot of business owners, I reckon, could easily release a really solid, almost like a report or a lead magnet or something of value to their market, where they just answer the top 20 questions that they hear in their business. Like straight away, you guys, if you said to your sales team, tell me the last 10 questions you've had from clients about something,
Yeah.
and then you list them all out, and then you answer each question in some sort of report form, and then you put that on your website, you get thousands of email addresses. If you're supplying them a lead, there's obviously some substance to the person. It's not just a walk-in, right? You get what I mean by that? Like if you say to them, here's a name, number, and email address of a client who's spoken to us, and I've already sort of half qualified them for you, and then here's the lead. That's a pretty good lead. That's a warm lead. At worst, it's a warm lead. But I wonder how many people are not sleeping well at night because of their Wi-Fi router. I've just split out Facebook as well. I put Facebook and Instagram as separate ones. Because your Instagram is going to be growing.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's worth having that. So
I don't use my Facebook anymore. I use my Instagram only pretty much.
really,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Why?
I find that there's too much thing happening on Facebook. It's like
It's too busy.
it is very busy. I know you can unfollow someone and all that, but I find that to me Instagram is better. It's about I don't know, there's an artistic side of it, rather than just, hey, it's me, hey, you know. Filters makes the picture interesting, and then I don't know. Most of the people that I follow on Instagram, you know, I'm usually pretty.
You got to do the bar test, right? Like if they're going to send an email to someone, they need to think, if I was in a bar standing next to someone, would they tip a drink over my head, or would they be offended by the way I'm going to deliver this? Right, it's a marketing term, but it applies to this. It applies to sales, it applies to team management. If they're bouncing emails around, or if people are firing emails all over the place, they need to think about, how's this going to be received? And if I said this to someone at a bar, would they be offended by it to the point where they would tip the drink over my head? Or better still, would I say this to someone at a bar? And if the answer is no, well, fuck, don't write it in an email. I think people just hide behind the words on an email because it's easy. It's easy to be a bully when you don't have to live with the feedback of it. Work? Oh, you got to do some work, are you? It's funny how he knows that, hey? Like when he comes here, he knows, he goes, oh, work, daddy, work. And when he sees a plane, he knows that it's daddy. That's quite sad, really, when you think about it. Got a book?
Min-Mints.
That one?
Min-Mints.
That one?
Min-Mints. There is no Min-Mints, honey.
Got this one? Fish? I said this before on the call, right, with you and Colin. I am like 10, 12 years your senior, and I've got way more energy. I can do this for days, people. I can do it for fucking days. But now I felt like it was a good day, and I feel like there's been some good outcomes. Tomorrow's plan is to finish a few more edits, a few final touches on episode 1, so we can get it out to the market, to you guys. And then we're going to start work on episode 2. So look, if you're tuning in, please let us know what you think. Your feedback is massively important, because at the end of the day, you know, we want to provide great content for you to watch and consume and learn from. And yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts. If you think if it's good and if you're digging it, that's great. Let us know, because it doesn't mean we're going to stop by any stretch of the imagination, but it's good for us to know if it's relevant or not.
Yeah.
I think it is, but I don't know. It's not my opinion. It's your opinion that counts. So, yeah.